way your skin glow, you should be in a commercial. Never stingy, we smoke, always sharing your personal.
From the basements of the beautiful Chrysler building, where we get free rent because we bring Al the janitor donuts, this is the Scammies. For each episode, we look at a scam. What's a scam? It's a magic trick, but a devious one designed to separate you from your money. I'm your host, Michael Robertson, and we've got a great scam to look at this episode. You know, in every scam, you've got three components. You've got the perpetrator, you've got the victim, and you've got the exploit. Today's perpetrator is Eric Morikawa, a construction worker in Las Vegas. And his victim is an unsympathetic one, but a victim nonetheless are the major casinos. So Eric's a construction guy working in Vegas, has a crew, doing great business. Las Vegas is booming, condos everywhere, until the recession hits. Business falls off a cliff. Eric's wondering, hey, how am I going to pay my crew, pay my bills? Driving home from work, looks up and sees a billboard that has an advertisement for a casino on it. And on that advertisement is a big picture of a casino chip. And he thinks to himself, you know, I'm a builder. I build things. And so crafty Eric decides, I'm going to build some poker chips. Build some poker chips, take them to the casino, cash them in, easy money. He goes to his crew and asks them, hey, who's in? They all say, yeah, let's give it a go. And they spend weeks trying to figure out, how the heck do you make casino chips? It's harder than it thinks. Casino chips are made out of clay, a little bit of metal. So they get the weight right, but they don't get you see when you drop casino chips, here's the casino chips here, you drop them, they have a little hollow sound. They don't get that hollow sound right. So he realizes this is not going to work. A couple of his crew members bail, say, no, we're done. This is not going to work. Eric's thinking about it, and suddenly an epiphany hits him. You know, instead of making casino chips from scratch, what if we go to the casino and we buy $1 chips and turn them into $100 chips? That's his idea. Now, I don't know if you ever look too closely at poker chips, but they come in pretty standard colors. Blue and white, that's $1. Red, $5. Green, $25. Black, $100. So Eric buys that $1 chip, and in the middle of the chip, you can see there's a little emblem that says the denomination, $1. And he says, I got to take that off and put a $100 one there. So he heats up the chip, ruins it. Not going to work. Tries scraping it off, not going to work. Ruins the chip. He has an idea. What if I boil them? So he actually boils the chips, and guess what? That sticker slides right off. He can print a new one using his colored printer and some bumper sticker material that says $100. Now remember, every casino chip is a different color. Blacks are 100. Purples are 500, called Barneys. And $1,000 chips are orange and, unsurprisingly, called pumpkins. He decides he's going to make some $100 chips. Now, there's a bunch of security measures built into chips. One of them is these little colors on the edge. These are called pips. They're unique to every casino. Every casino has their own little color scheme that's very unique. So he experiments with pigments, and he thinks he gets it just right, and he makes 3 $100 chips. Drives to his local casino, walks into the cashier, asks for cash, and to his surprise, they give him 3 $100 bills, and he walks out and he says, oh my gosh, this is going to work. So they start manufacturing casino chips. But he quickly realizes he has a problem. If he just walked into the casino and only cashes out winning chips, they're going to say, where did the chips come from eventually? So he decides they need a cover story, and what they're going to do is just gamble. So they go to the blackjack table, put up some real money, get real chips, and then sneak off to the bathroom and swap those chips. So now they're playing with fake chips. If they lose them, no big deal. If they win, they take them to the cashier and cash them out. No one's the wiser. And the scheme works great. They're living the high life. So high, in fact, that they're treated as high rollers by Vegas. They're getting comped rooms. Now, remember I told you that his crew all bailed on him. Well, not all of his crew bailed on him. One guy didn't bail on him and stuck with him the whole time. His name was Jeremy Lewis. And Jeremy was an ex-con. He knew the dark side of things. And he started living it up big time, including getting with some professional girlfriends. And he told his professional girlfriends everything that they were doing. And so one of them calls up Eric and extorts him and says, you better pay me or I'm going to report you. So they start paying her, and guess what? She still reports them. And the police come knocking and they arrest Eric and Jeremy both and send them to jail with a $5 million bail. $5 million. That number ripples through the jail. Everyone says, wow, this guy's a real gangster, including a Russian mafia guy who's in jail. And connects up with Eric and says, you know, Eric, when you get out, you look me up because we should do business together. Well, Eric gets a good defense attorney who gets his bail reduced to $15,000 from $5 million and gets out. And the Russian mafia guy, just as he said, connects up with Eric. And Eric decides, yeah, I'm going to get back in the business. But this time, I'm not getting my hands dirty. And he makes a deal. He says, I'll get 25%. I'll teach you how to do it, but I get a 25% commission, but I'm not going to do any other work. So they start making fake chips in bigger denominations, those purple Barneys at $500 and the orange pumpkins at $1,000. And they're spending them all over Vegas until one dealer notices these chips don't feel right, reports them to the authorities. And the authorities say, in Vegas, they say, we know who makes fake chips. It's Eric and Jeremy. But Jeremy is still in prison, never got out. He had a long record, so he got some real time. So they track down Eric and bust him, and this time they catch him right in the act, making fake chips. He ends up pleading guilty to 5 felonies, but gets out on probation as long as he pays back restitution. But here's where it gets clever. They can only find $36,000 of fake chips. Now, Eric says that his crew made more than $1 million of fake chips. So a lot of them may still be circling around Vegas right now. He only has to pay back $36,000, but he swears off the criminal life. And that's the episode here of Scammies. And the moral is, what exploit did they have? Well, us humans have big visual parts of our brain. And when things look alike, they think they are alike, but they're not always alike just by the appearances. And so before you're thinking about making your own chips, you should know Vegas got wiser. And now in every chip over $100, they sneak in an RFID chip. You know, the kind that are in your credit card, so that when you put it on that dealer tables, they're actually reading those chips. Or when you walk over to the cashiers, they're reading those chips and making sure they're legit. So that's this episode of Scammies. I hope you're just a little bit smarter on scams. And make sure that you don't get caught in a scam. Go ahead and mash that like button. Subscribe so you never miss another edition of Scammies. Until next time, I'm your host, Michael Robertson. Bye-bye.
How the hell did you get so fine? You wake me from a dream in the middle of the night. Damn, how can you so sleep? I've been thinking about you, how much you think about me. I love the way your skin glow, you should be in a commercial. Never stingy, we smoke, always sharing your personal. Earth on earth,